Hello, everybody. Tanisha Lewis, teacher to techie. I hope all is well. I am just checking in. It's been quite the week. Sister is tired. I'm so tired. But I just wanted to check in and kind of let you know what's been going on and then what's ahead of me. So this past week, this teacher transitioning into tech is teaching summer school. Yeah, I'm teaching summer school. So I had 2 weeks off. I taught for 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks off, and then I'll teach for 2 more weeks. My hope is that somewhere in this, I'm able to secure a job in tech. But listen, I need all my coins. I need all the coins that I can get. This is the girl here needs the coin. I need all the coins. So I'm teaching summer school, and actually I have a great group of kids. It's very laid back. I go in at 7 in the morning and I'm done by 1:15. And I still have the rest of the day to spend with my kiddos. So it's actually working out well, and it's only Monday through Thursday. But nonetheless, it's still summer school, whereas I could be off. I'm actually working, but it's okay. It's all good. So despite working summer school, I'm actively applying for jobs. So that's what I wanted to come in and let you guys know what was going on. I'm actively looking for jobs, actively applying. And I had 3 interviews this week. 3 interviews this week. I made it to the second round on all 3. So the first interview, I made it to the second round. I've already done the second round. And then on the other 2 opportunities, I am going to do the second round interview this coming week. So lots of researching about the companies that I'm applying for, that I'm interviewing with. Lots of interview prep, answering questions, just trying to get into the right mind frame so that I can really nail the interviews. It's a process, and I would love to be able to share that process with you. But first, let me get through the thick of it, and then I'll share kind of what's been successful, because I will have a job. But your girl ain't got a job yet. I don't have a job yet. So I need to get the job first. And then I can talk about the keys to success in me getting my job. So, but it's been a really, really busy week. The process of job hunting is a job. And I've said that before. It really is. It's been keeping me really busy. A lot of late nights and, stress too. Interviews are stressful. They're just stressful. I mean, you want to do a good job. You want to impress the interviewers. You want to be able to shine and showcase your abilities, your talents, your skills, those transferable skills. I mean, you want to be able to say all the things that convey what kind of individual you are, who you're bringing to the table, what you can bring to the company. You just want to be able to articulate that in a way that they're like, yes, we want this person on our team. We can see how they can bring value to us. We can see how they will be a great fit for the culture. So that just creates a lot of pressure and stress. But made it through. And so this week, I think I'll just kind of tell you along the way how things are going and just kind of keep you in the loop. So it's Sunday night. I'm about to crash because I'm tired. And then I'll maybe check in later this week and kind of give you a highlight as to how those interviews are going. But so far, so good. And I'm really, really hoping to be able to kind of, in a very near future, be able to be yes, I found the job, not a job, but the job to launch my tech career. So, and I think the companies that I'm interviewing, I shouldn't say I think, I know the companies I'm interviewing with are amazing. All 3 of them, it would be an honor to work for. I'm super excited about the opportunities. One takes the cake for sure. But they're all phenomenal companies. So I'm just thankful that I had the opportunity to interview, really show my skills, shine a little bit, shine and put that little, that little sauce, that little authenticity sauce of mine that I put on it, and just be me, show up as Tanisha. So anyways, I guess I'll check in. I'll check in maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, and let you guys know how the week's going. Until then. Hello. I thought I would check in. It is Monday afternoon. So far, the week is off to a great start. I just thought I'd just film really quickly. In the car, my son is at the orthodontist, and I was like, you know what, let me just kind of give a little update. So I had an interview this morning with one of the companies that I'm really excited about. The growth potential with this organization is amazing. Ooh, sorry. Let me take these off. The growth potential is amazing, and I got a really good vibe from my direct, not necessarily boss, but I guess supervisor. That's who I interviewed with, and I got a really good vibe. I really liked her energy. We had great conversation, so it went well. So I'm on to the next round, and the recruiter's already followed up with me. So in this part of the interview, I have to record a video, 2 minutes or less, with some kind of outreach out to a client. It has to be an actual video that I would send to a client. They kind of gave me like a mock information about the individual, who they are, what company they represent, and then I have to do a sort of outreach that's 2 minutes or less and send that prior to my last interview, which will be on either Thursday or Friday. So I'll be working on that this afternoon. So yeah, excited to make it to the next round and just kind of brainstorming and thinking about the various things that I could put in this video to be able to say what my outreach would look like to a potential client for this company. So yeah, so the interview went well. Looking forward to the next step. Looking forward to working on this video and putting this information together. So yeah, tomorrow is more interview prep. I have a couple of meetings with individuals I want to do mock interviews with. So that will be great as I approach the end of the week and these other interviews. So just a brief check-in, but so far the week is off to a great start for a Monday. Until next time. Hello everyone. It is Saturday, and I had every intention of documenting like how this week was going to go, and then the week just flew by. So I think my last video was on Monday and it's Saturday. So I was really, really busy because I had 2 interviews on Thursday, and I really wanted to ensure that I was prepared. So I was like doing all the things to kind of get ready for those interviews. So on Wednesday, I actually spent the day doing some like mock interview kind of coaching sessions. So shout out to Nigel Dunn and also Andre Norman for their like help and coaching. It was amazing. Like literally it was so good for me to have conversations and practicing what that process looks like in an interview. Nija has a and like HR background, so like she knows exactly how that questioning process looks and how that goes. So that was really, really good for me to get coaching in that regard. And then Andre, like he's been doing the role that I'm applying for in a sense in terms of sales for many, many years. He's an expert in that regard. So to get his feedback and his perspective was like phenomenal. So I really feel like that prepared me for the interviews that I was going to have on Thursday. So on Thursday, I had 2 interviews, and they both were second round interviews. And I feel like I crushed it. I feel like I did a great job. Let me step back. I feel like I did a good job. Obviously, in hindsight, you can always think back about, oh, I should have said this way or said this that way. But I feel like overall, I did well considering the amount of anxiety you feel when you're in an interview. Like, your nerves sometimes get the best of you. And so you don't even sometimes come across or say things you would normally say just because of that anxiety and like the adrenaline is going. And then you like, after the fact, you think back, like, okay, I know I could have answered that better. But in that moment, you're not necessarily as happy as you could have been with your response. But at the end of the day, I felt like I crushed it. I felt like I did pretty well. I'm proud of myself. Um, but always there's opportunities to learn and kind of reflect. And I did that as well. So I made it through those 2 interviews, and then I just took Friday to like decompress and like just be like woosah. So with one company, that second round interview was in fact the last interview. So I'm waiting to hear back to see if they're going to extend an offer. And then the other company, there's a third round, which I did make it to the third round interview, and it is scheduled for a later date. So there's continued preparation that I need to make to prepare for that third round interview, but I got a little time. But just happy that I've made it to the third round. That's always a good thing. So getting closer to the finish line, if you will. And then today's Saturday. So I spent today actually in 2 different coaching sessions. So shout out to Alicia Gunther and to Miss Kenny Nicholson. Girl, these ladies are amazing. Just their energy and just great folks. And so great opportunity to have some just perspective on not only breaking into the industry, but getting into the industry and being successful. And it's always nice to have somebody like gas you up and get you excited and energetic. And Kenny did that for me today. She was just great energy and just really kind of gave me that vote of confidence for me to kind of like go out there and like crush it on this next interview. So I'm appreciative of that. I'm feeling good after that coaching session. So that's my day. I have a couple other conversations that I'll have with other folks who are also trying to break into tech, and just kind of like getting on calls and like just having this exchange of ideas and how this working is for you and how is this working for me, and can we collaborate together? How can I help you, and how can we work together? And I just love the community of individuals that are breaking into tech. It's like an amazing community of people who are so supportive. I want to support others in the best way that I can. I feel that people are reciprocating that as well. So I look forward to this calls this afternoon. So that's my week, kind of in a little brief 5 minutes. I wish I could have documented it along the way, so my emotions would have been a little bit more raw. If I would have done this right after my interview, there might have been some tears, but I've had time to, like say, reflect and think back and whatnot. So anyways, that's how my week went. Tomorrow I'm just going to chill. It's Sunday, and then back at it on Monday. So until next time. Hi everyone, happy Sunday. I was thinking about something earlier today, and I was like, you know what, I want to share this. I think this would be good to share. So I'm going to give you an analogy or an illustration. Let's say there's this building, and you're trying to get into the building. In fact, you've been invited to the building for whatever reason. And so you get there, you go to the front door, and it's locked. So you kind of jiggle with the door, and no, the door is locked and you can't get in, and you're kind of looking through the door. You don't see anyone. You know other people are here, and so you kind of stand there for a bit. Question is, what do you do? Okay. Do you continue to stand there and just keep pulling at the door like, this door is gonna open? Well, is that going to be successful? So then you decide, well, maybe if I just stand here long enough, maybe somebody else will come along and they can let me in. But you wait. Are you gonna wait for somebody else to let you in the door? Or the two of you gonna be in the same problem? Or you're gonna wait at the door and maybe somebody else from the inside is gonna see you and maybe open the door. So you can just stand there. And I think that's kind of a reactive way of handling that. Or you're gonna be a little bit more proactive about getting in the building. Are you gonna maybe see if there's other entrances into the building? Maybe go around to the side, to the back, because there are people there. You know there are people there. There are cars in the parking lot, but nobody's at the front door. So maybe you go around to the side and you see another door. It's not opening, don't see anybody. And then you go to another door and, oh, okay, great, somebody sees there, and they come to the door and they're like, I see you, but I can't open the door, but go around to the front, I can let you in. But you go back to the door, and lo and behold, not only one person at the door, but 2 other people have come to the door to let you in. That's how I look at breaking into the technology field. I feel like I would have loved to come to the front door and just walk right in, like door wide open, but that did not happen. I felt like I kind of stood there for a bit, like, okay, is somebody gonna come to the door and let me in? And then I realized I gotta be a lot more proactive to get in this building, to get my foot in the door. So I share all of that to say, if you are finding that you're trying to get your foot in the door and the door is not opening, go to another door. If that was not your way to get in, go find a way. So it could be another door, which means another opportunity in a tech. Or maybe you need to reach out to someone to help you get into that front door, to get your foot in the door. But don't just stand at the front door waiting, banging, knocking, just jarring at the door thinking that something's going to change. Be more proactive in getting into tech. And sometimes that means requiring a pivot. That's exactly what I had to do. My initial goal into breaking in tech is not where I am now, but I realized I had to go to another door to in fact get in the building and get my foot in the door. So I say all that to say stay inspired, find your way to get into the door, find your way to break into the industry. What I will say is that this is an amazing community of people. If you go to another door, someone will let you in. Someone will open the door, whether it's the front door, the side door, the back door. Somebody eventually will let you in the door. Just be a little bit more proactive in your search to get your foot in the door. With that being said, until next time.